Hare Krishna dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON Burla YouTube official channel. So today I am going to discuss about the 10th canto, 23rd chapter and 5th verse. This is all about how brahmanas failed to serve Krishna by not receiving the cowherd voyage. Iti yadista bhagavata gatva yachanta te tatha kritanjali putta bifran Dandavat Patita Bhuvi. Translation. Thus instructed by Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cowherd boys went there and submitted their request. They stood before the brahmanas with palms joined in supplication and then fell flat on the ground to offer respect. So following the advice of our Lord, the Gopas went there and began to beg for food from the brahmins, having prostrated themselves fully on the ground and with folded hands. So in the Krishna book, the summary of the verse has been given as follows. The cowherd boys approached with folded hands to show their humble attitude. Though they fell on the ground, the cowherd boys appeared more effulgent than the brahmanas who were standing upon the land of Vrindavan. The Gopas did what the Lord told them to do. Our Lord had sent them and they were not capable of doing anything other than as per our Lord's advice. Hence, with a view to destroy all the vestiges of their pride, they all folded their hands and prostrated fully on the ground and begged for their food. So they went because they had to follow the Lord's order. They begged in the way instructed by Krishna. They are described as acting with proper conduct, holding their hands and falling on the earth to reveal the bad conduct of the brahmanas. It is understood that Krishna told them to do this, or because they were the best of devotees, this was natural to them to show devotion to brahmanas. They also chanted the Lord's name. So in the Garga Samhita, Garga Muni has quoted, Lord Krishna sent them to a place where an Angirasa Yajna was being performed. The boys went to the Yajna, bowed down before the performers of the Yajna and spoke many sweet words. They went to the place filled with the aroma of ghee, streams of smoke, chanting of Yajurveda, white cottages and the coming and going of brahmanas who were priests at the sacrificial pit with the auspicious fire. They offered respects and remained standing with folded hands, though the brahmanas did not acknowledge them, since the friends were equal to Krishna himself. This disrespect pains my heart. So recognizing them only as cowherds by their nature, form and dress, the brahmanas ascended the mountain of pride and stared at the boys with glances from the 7 upper planets. The friends, experiencing that Krishna was thin from hunger, spontaneously made their request with pain in their minds. For in that sacrifice, the brahmanas chanted Phat, Strausad and Baushad, but never the chief name of Krishna. How could the boys have taste for that sacrifice? But for Krishna's sake, should they not respect it? Therefore, they made the request. So, in Ananda Vrindavan Champu, it is mentioned, being ordered by Krishna, the pious, soft-hearted cowherd boys expertly and joyfully made their way to the Yajna sacrificial arena. Even though they were tired, the boys eagerly went to beg from the brahmanas. Upon entering the Yajnashala, they enjoyed seeing the sacrificial fire and dense clouds of smoke. The smell of burning ghee gratified their noses. The warm air soothed their sense of touch. Hearing the brahmanas' melodious singing of the Samaveda delighted their ears. The thought that they would soon receive some tasty foodstuffs to offer to Krishna made their tongues salivate in anticipation. Thus, the cowherd boys gratified their senses at the gorgeously decorated Yajnashala. As Ramachandra, the lord of Raghu dynasty, is called the Treta Yuga Avataram because he appeared in the Treta Yuga. Similarly, the Yajnashala is also Treta Yuga Avataram because it has three types of fires: Ahavanya, Dakshina Agni, and Gharapatyad. As the city of Ayodhya is Visarayapuram, or besides the flowing waters of the famous river Sarayu, similarly this such sacrificial fire is Visarayapuram, always receiving a constant supply of wood. As King Bhagiratha is Samunita Pragadvasam, the deliverer of his ancestors, similarly. This Yajna is Samanita Pragadvasan, or situated on the eastern side of the house. So we'll move to the next verse. 10th canto, 23rd chapter and 6th verse. He bhumi devaha snuntva Krishna syadesh karinah praptan janita bhadrambo gopanno ramachoditan. Translation: The cowherd boys said, "O earthly gods, please hear us. We cowherd boys are executing the orders of Krishna and we have been sent here by Balram. We wish all good for you. Please acknowledge our arrival." The purport by Srila Prabhupada disciples here. The term Bhumi Devaha, gods on earth, refers here to the brahmanas who are supposed to closely represent the will of the Supreme Lord. The philosophy of Krishna consciousness is not a primitive polytheistic doctrine holding that human beings on the earth are gods. Rather, it is a science that traces the descent of authority from the absolute truth himself. Sri Krishna, the authority and power of God, naturally extend along with the extension of his creation. And on the earth, the Lord's will and authority are represented by purified, enlightened men called brahmanas. This account will illustrate that the ritualistic brahmanas approached by the cowherd boys were not at all properly enlightened and thus could not appreciate the position of the Krishna and Balaram or that of their intimate associates. In fact, this pastime exposes the pretentious position of so-called brahmanas who are not faithful devotees of the Supreme Lord. So the cowherd boy said, "We are executing the order of Krishna, who is more powerful than Balaram, because he, the son of King Nanda, since we have been sent by Baladeva, we will give him the first rice that we receive." Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please like to watch more videos. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.